Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. Well, we've got something special here on the table that we are going to be taking a look at. This is thanks to Kevin, Lefty EDC, and Colin from CM Knife Designs. And this is something, this is their prototype. It's the Divo Knife Stout. This is very cool. I'm excited to have this one. They actually started this after working on this design together, and they're super excited to have it come out. I am super excited for them. This is going to be really, really cool. Now, the the version that we have, and let's go ahead and take a look at it. And I am looking at some of his notes that he did send along. By the way, this is the nice case that they sent it with. So that is very nice. I believe it's coming with the extra bearings. So that is also, you know, that's cool. You mean, you can always use extra. You guys, this thing is just gorgeous. Just a gorgeous knife. Really well done. You know, first impression when we first got it was just, wow. I am super happy with it. Absolutely just think it's great. I'm really liking it. The blade is going to have a hollow grind. You can't see it on this one. This one doesn't really have a hollow grind, does it?
Nope.
Yeah, not the prototype, but it is going to have a hollow grind, which is really neat. Really neat. The scales are going to be shredded carbon fiber. And you guys, this is OEM'd by QSP, and you know QSP makes a great knife. So having them do the OEM on this is just going to be amazing. I really, really like that. Your blade steel is going to be a CPM 20 CV. Really good. One of the things that I like about this knife, and let me back step a little bit. You're going to have 4 different versions of this knife, okay? So you're going to have 2 versions of micarta. One is going to be black washed blade and one is going to be a stone wash blade. You are also going to have 2 versions of the copper carbon fiber. Now this is just regular carbon fiber. This is not the copper carbon fiber. But you will have 2 versions. You will also in that one have the black wash blade and the stone wash blade. So you're going to have 4 different versions to choose from, which, you know, is really nice. Some people don't like carbon fiber and some people don't like micarta. So to me though, I am really loving the carbon fiber. I can't wait to see what the copper carbon fiber is going to look like. Just from the pictures I've seen, which you can actually check out on the website, which is divoknives.com. They are going to be just spectacular looking. And it's one that I would love to be able to get one. This does go live on April 9th at 1 o'clock Eastern time. So keep your eyes open for that. And it is going to be live on the Divo Knives website. So it's DIVO Knives website. As I said, you're going to have the 4 options available, and the micarta versions will be $269, and your copper infused version is going to be $279, which is a really good price in my opinion for this knife. And again, it is OEM'd by QSP. So there are 2 pluses to it. You really can't go wrong with it. There's going to be a total of 400 stouts available to order during the pre-order, and the first 100 knives are also going to receive a Divo face hank made by Issuing Stitches. So that's just a little plus that you guys can have too. Now, there are going to be some changes to this. When they do come out, some of the prototypes have a flat grind. These are going to be they're going to be hollow grind. So what they have said is they're going to be targeting 18 thousandths behind the edge thickness for a slicer experience. And the clip is going to be updated. Now what they want to do is they want to take the Spyderco wire clip replacement clips, they want to make it so they have the replacement clips like the ones that are made by Lynch. So that is cool too. One of the other changes they're going to make is the corner of the frame above the lock bar will be chamfered, so it's not going to be sharp at all. And that would be right here, because that is just a tiny bit sharp. But again, this is just the prototype. And the prototypes are all 59 to 61 HRC. But when the knife comes out, they're going to be targeting 61 to 62 from the production run. So they're saying there might be other little feedbacks when, or other changes when they get more feedback from everybody. But I think right now, The only thing I personally would like to see is some jimping on the back of the blade, because I do have smaller hands. Therapeutic Edge is laughing at me over there. I prefer jimping, and I prefer jimping because I have smaller hands, and it does give me the ability to choke up and feel a little bit safer with the smaller hands. So just saying that. Otherwise, they have the handle shape that I love, just the simplistic rectangular shape, which I really like because, again, as I've always said, that really lends to any hand size. I feel like, you know, when you don't have a hand placement specifically, any finger areas that you have to put your hand specifically in, I'm sorry, the dog's below me making noise. Any hand size can hold it, and it can be comfortable. I have not felt, I did do a little bit of cardboard cutting with it, not much. Again, it's not my knife, so I don't do anything really with it, like drastic. But the clip has not been a hot point for me. Now,
I told Lefty we were going to hammer it through a brick to test the HRC.
Oh, we should, huh? Yeah, we should. Brick hammering, Lefty. That's what we're going to do. Now, it is not a complete deep carry, although it does have a deep carry clip. But as you can see, you're really about just a little bit over 1/4 inch here. So that's not bad at all. It's really not. Now, this, oh my God, you guys, it is just so smooth. Now, one thing I have done recently is a while ago, I actually took my nails off because I wanted to be able to play with knives. And it was so much easier when you're disassembling them, reassembling them, or even playing with them to not have nails. But I've given up and I've put nails back on. So my one concern was, how well is this going to work for me having nails? But as you can see, it's, I mean, it flips like butter. It is so, so smooth. Now, I do believe these are running on bearings. You don't have a stop pin that you can actually see, which is kind of nice. It's very kind of hidden in there. I believe it's in the blade itself, in the pivot itself, which is nice. It's very hidden. Your lock is going to be a bolster lock. You can see that there. Even on this knife, the transition from the carbon fiber is so smooth and so well done, and that's impressive for a prototype. So I cannot wait to see the final touch. Your back spacer is going to be titanium, and as you can see, it is carbon fiber over the titanium there. Your clip is going to be reversible. Now, your clip is actually embedded into the frame itself there, the scales. However, your screw does sit up. It protrudes a little bit. The one thing I would like to see would be a flatter screw, simply because it does snag a bit on the jean pockets. However, it is very comfortable in and out of the pocket as is. So it's really not, it's not that big of a deal. But I do like to see that when you're kind of, your pocket clips are inlaid into your scales, I do like to see that flush screw on there too. I don't really have a lot of other suggestions or anything really negative about this knife. I mean, it is just, like I said, it's such a smooth open. It's like butter. Now, can I flick it with my thumb? No, because I guess I can't. That is harder because, like I said, I do have arthritis, but oh my God, I can actually flip this one. If I get my nail out of the way, I can actually flip that one very gently using my thumb. Again, I have to get my nails out of the way. That is just incredibly smooth. Now, if we do some measurements on this, your blade length is going to be 3.5 inches with a full 3-inch cutting edge. I like that. Your closed length is going to be, we're going to call that about just over 3¼ inches. I'm sorry, just over 4¼ inches, which is going to give you an overall length of just over 8.5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 inches, because I can count. Weight-wise, this is 3.8 ounces. Now, to me, normally that sounds like a heavy knife, but this is very, very light, if that makes any sense at all. I want to see if I can find my comparison sizes here. All right, let's take a look at it next to a couple of oldies but goodies. Here we've got the Benchmade Bug Out. So you can see I consider the Benchmade Bug Out to be a medium-sized knife. I also consider this one to be more of a medium, okay? And you'll see why, because if we stick that up next to the large size Rat 1, which I consider large, this is definitely, you know, it's just smaller enough to maybe even call it a medium, but I'm still going to stick with this medium size because you do have just a hair over an inch smaller. Yeah, it's close. It's really close. Either way, what I like about this knife too is I like that it has a large knife feel to it. It has a very durable feel. And I think the reason that feeling is because of the I don't want to say girth, that's a terrible word, but because of the Lola, puppy, because of the sorry about that, guys, the width of the handle itself, it just fits so well. Now, those of you that have bigger hands, and I do not, you have almost a thumb placement area here. So if you have a larger hand, you can really get up there and put your thumb in that area there. Now, for me, that's not going to work because I have the smaller hands. But to even be able to choke up on this, so back here you can see, again, I have 3 inches across and I have 4 inches diagonally. Even being back on it, I still have a good inch out the back. But if I choke up on this knife, you're going to see that, I mean, this is a lot of knife. But for the size, even being a larger knife, it's very, very comfortable in hand. You have just enough of a curve on this. Now, I believe they are calling this a, what did I say? They're calling it a sheep's poon blade. So it's kind of a sheep's foot harpoony style. Sheep's poon. I think that's kind of interesting. But anyways, all the edges, very well chamfered or rounded or smoothed, whatever you choose to call it. So there is no real sharp points. Again, the lock bar, but they've already mentioned that that's something that they're going to round down. And they're talking about right here, right at the tip there. Otherwise, as I said, I mean, the transition on the carbon fiber, very, very smooth. The edges all rounded very nicely. Very, very smooth. Very well done. It is a prototype, but yet is centered extremely well. I'm pretty happy with the wire clip. I do like wire clips. It's got great retention to it. This is not a lanyard knife. So if you guys like lanyards, you're not going to be able to use one with this. If you don't like non-flippers or you want thumb studs, maybe not the knife for you. Could you put thumb studs on this? No, you can't. But really, this is one that you don't need it. Now, for people who do not know how to spidey flick it, or people who maybe thumb roll, now, if I didn't have nails, I could thumb roll much easier. But, yeah, I'm, you know, if I get my finger out of the way, I think this is going to be a great all-around knife. So even if you don't know how to flick it, this is so smooth that this would be a really good one to learn on. So a little bit of patience to learn how to do that. I think you guys would do great. Now, cutting edge, if you can see, let me find something. If you can see, you have just a bit of a roundness to your blade. Okay, I love that. Now, when cutting the cardboard, you are able to just get right in there, and I wish I had some on me, but you are able to just get right in there. It is super easy. Your point just gets right in there, cuts so smooth. It is really, it goes through it like it's a banana. Okay, very, very easy. The bit of the curve is going to allow you to really, as you're cutting in, to really come up on it. So you're going to have kind of that tip cut all the way flat. You're going to be able to get that curve in there. It's absolutely fabulous. This is one that, as I said, for $2.69, you really can't beat that. And even for the my card, or for the I'm sorry, the copper infused version is $2.69. Oh my God, you guys, the micarta version is going to be $2.69. Okay, the copper infused is going to be $10 more. It's only $2.79, but I think it's going to be absolutely worth it. I myself would like to get myself a copper infused version. So you may just see one of those come out on my channel, and I'd love to do the full review when it's completely done. As I said, this is just the prototype. I don't see where, you know, any of the changes that they can make. There's not a whole lot. The hollow grind is going to be awesome to see a hollow grind on this. That would be very, very cool. I don't know if you guys can see the pivot on that. Their little logo on the pivot. It's very cool, very subtle, yet right there. And I love that. I think that is awesome too. So each knife, and I'm reading his notes too. So each knife will come with the leather pouch. It's got the logo on there. And you will have the extra set of hardware, including a blank pivot for those who don't like the logo on the pivot. That way you can change it out if you don't want it. I actually say leave it. I think that's really nice. It's very subtle. It's not overstated. It's not, you know, in your face. I like that. I think if I got it, I would actually keep this pivot. Yeah, you guys, as I said, this is going to be dropping on Divo Knives on April 9th. So it's only going to be a couple weeks away. 1 p.m. Eastern. I will leave that link down in my description. And I'll leave the time and the date too. You guys got to get on over there. Check this out. Lefty and Colin, you guys did a fantastic job. I am super excited to see the final product. I'm excited to own one. So I think it's going to be great. Thank you guys so much for sharing this with us. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to take a look at it. And guys, get out there and grab one of these the day it drops. These are going to go fast. As I said, there's only going to be 400, so they're going to
take this one.
No, you can't have that one.
I have this one.
Excuse me, Therapeutic Edge.
Okay, sorry.
All right, you guys. I know this is really a fantastic knife. A lot of people have given this one a review already. Get out there and see other people's opinions. And I think it's important. You know, my opinion's good from a woman's point of view and from a smaller hand point of view. But I don't necessarily use my knives the same way that a lot of guys use their knives. So I think it's great to check out other reviews always, because you have to get the opinions of different people. Everybody's kind of got a little bit different of a look at it. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, it's been the look at the Divo Knives Stout prototype, just so you know that. Do me a favor, if you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you here all the time. Hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. As always, if you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to leave it down in the comment section. And I will leave the link to this knife in the description. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.